Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Cancerianhouse of Tarot. I am Amy, and I'm going to be reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of June 15th through June 22nd, 2025. If you are a Scorpio that finds yourself here outside of that timeline, do know that Spirit intends for all of my readings to be timeless. So whenever you find your way here is exactly when you were meant to receive these messages. All right, Scorpio, this is a spiritual journey reading, so we will be focusing on your spiritual path, your spiritual growth, as well as your personal growth. I have pulled all your cards. I have meditated and received the majority of your messages. So let's go ahead and jump immediately into your reading, and we're going to open with Imagine from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And this comes in when your imagination is key to manifesting your life, especially what you desire. Now is the time to engage in daydreaming, creating a detailed vision board to help you see your goals. Even meditating on your vision will all serve a purpose and manifestation at this time. Allow the power of creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Allow your feelings to connect with your inspirations, and then imagine these things becoming real right now. Repeat this process often. What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see it become your reality. In relationships, be it a friendship, family, or romantic one, it is easy to daydream about another person as a means of connecting to them. Now, however, is the time to move beyond the daydreams and into reality, beyond the illusions and into fruition and fruition. Step outside of your safety cocoon of imagery and imaginary partnerships and onto the dance floor of real life, where imagination joins spirit for manifestation. This could mean a person with your desired attributes will be entering your life soon. When it comes to business, creative projects, and financial matters, it is time to get crystal clear on how you create your own prosperity. What does it mean to you? What attributes do you need to develop in yourself to make these things happen? Who do you need to be to live out your dreams? Imagine the life you truly desire without holding back. The sheer force of your powerful creativity. If you can envision it, you can create it, therefore you can have it. The shadow side with this energy comes in when illusions and wishful thinking rooted in a sense of lack have entered your life. You're being asked to see things as they truly are and not as you hoped or even imagined they would be. Release any fear, then envision anew. If you are anticipating something happening in fear and you are recreating this imagery in your mind over and over again, the universe responds with such projections. So be aware of this catastrophizing. Clear the inner slate and stay grounded. Stay real. Only then can you have what you truly desire. Wow, that, my beautiful Scorpios, is a mouthful, as well as a very clear message about turning imagination into manifestation, about your creative thoughts, about what the power of visualization, there we go, and the aligning of imagery and feelings to create the illusions. I love that. I love that message for each and every one of you out there. So next, we are coming in with the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and we have Voyage. Now, this is not a super strong message. This is kind of very basic in a lot of ways. And so Voyage shows up when you are about to embark on a journey. This can be an interpersonal one filled with personal and spiritual growth, or involving one on the outside where you could be traveling to a distant place or country. This can also come in as a creative project or idea that's beginning to come to life. Now is also the time to ask yourself, where do you want to go? What have you always wanted to do, or maybe even who you want it to be? This is the time to make it happen. So get prepared by having a clear vision of what you want to experience. by also being prepared for the unexpected, as this is part of the exhilaration of being on a voyage. Remember to enjoy the journey as much as reaching the destination. All right, guys, so to sum this up, a lot of you are about ready to embark on a spiritual or otherwise journey. Some of you, this is going to be internal. For other of you, this is going to be external in your life, or even for some of you traveling to a different country, a different land, a different place. This is going to be for some of you about creative projects or business. For some of you, this is relationships, but all of you continue to be asking yourself at this point in time, you're like, where do you want it to go? What do you want to do? Who do you even want to be? And taking the time to prepare and getting clear vision of what you want to experience, so that you're kind of bringing this all in together, but it's also kind of being prepared for the unexpected and enjoying the ride. All right, guys, so now we're coming in with a card from the Acoustic Tarot, and we have the Divine Physician. So when this comes in, you are moving into a time of great healing across many levels. There is a person available to you, and this may be somebody that you know who can be a great healer. They can teach you how to heal others. If you don't know this person yet, keep your eyes open, as he or she is on their way. Or maybe it is you that is coming into someone's life to be a great healer, to teach and share your gifts with them at this time. Remember the key words: belief and feelings are key components in healing the self and teaching others to heal. I really love that message. The light of healing is shining around you and through you. The shadow side of this comes with the message: you may have lost sight of what is required for your own self-care. If you are on a journey of discovering your healing gifts, this could mean that you have gotten off course. Regardless, it is now time to get back to honoring yourself through self-care and reconnecting with your gifts. This also comes in as a reminder that your thoughts, emotion, and ideas are powerful in bringing healing to you. So be aware of their direction, intention, and energy at this time. All right, so very beautiful, strong message there. So the next messages that are coming in are coming from the Psychic, Tarot, and Oracle deck. And Scorpio, you are one of two to get the privilege of having two of these messages come through from the Psychic Tarot deck. So the first one we have is Triumphant Success, which is really just the Ace of Swords energy, but it signifies new beginning and exciting challenges that may be before you. And by using your strength, willpower, determination, and focus, there is potential for you to be successful in many areas of your life. As this energy represents the Ace of Swords, and as the sword is double-edged, when you use it correctly and with precision, it can cut through all the barriers that hold you back. When you use it incorrectly or rashly, it could harm yourself and others. Always stop to think before you act. Banish negative thoughts from your mind. Strengthen and tap into your mental powers, and use clarity with control in order to bring in new ways of thinking. I love that message for you. That is a really strong message about, really thinking through our actions before we take them. It's weighing pros and cons and knowing the consequences of both ways, if you do it or don't do it. Like what will be positive, what will be positive that comes from your action, and what will be the resulting negative. It's knowing both of those before acting. All right, and then you also had the base chakra card comes through. And the base chakra is also just simply known as the root chakra, and is the energy center situated at the base of the spine. It is most closely related to all your earthly issues. So survival, the human body, money, substance, safety, shelter. And to balance this chakra, practice yoga, dance, or even light physical exercise will keep the energy flowing and harmonious. Honor your body by taking care of the outside, because it will bring you well-being on the inside, and vice versa. So, again, to keep the energy flowing through this chakra, yoga, dancing, light physical exercise. If you need to bring them into balance or to cleanse your root chakra, There are also a lot of meditations and sound baths available on YouTube. So just kind of maybe search that up and give one of those a try. You may find it very beneficial for you. All right, now moving into the Spirit Message Daily Guidance and Oracle deck, we have Intuitive Nudges. So this energy comes forward when those in the spirit world hear your requests for answers. Please remember that intuition is the native language of the soul. We are all born aware and with a profound sense of inner knowing. It is our intuition that keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and divine spirit. Spirit is asking you to not allow your intuition to keep distancing itself, but to connect to them, and tune into that for your well of inner knowledge and deeper knowing inside of you. Listening to your natural intuition that is sending you nudges, as the answers you seek are already waiting for you. We ask that you trust and embrace what you are physically feeling as your body works in partnership with your intuition. Be aware of your dreams, synchronicities, signs, books that may come to you, people who are or will be entering your life. Pay attention to even reoccurring numbers that keep appearing, as these are all intuitive nudges. So what this is really saying is that, as you can ask your spirit guides for guidance and for answers, they're letting you know that as they will respond where they can, they're also, urging you to really tune into your inner knowledge, the deeper knowing within you, to listen to your natural intuition, because it's speaking to you and already has the answers that you are trying to gain or that you are waiting for. And that you should trust and embrace the physical feelings in your body as you work in partnership with your intuition. It's also telling you to keep an eye on your dreams and the synchronistic signs around you, because these are also intuitive nudges that are nudging you forward towards your answers at this time. All right, guys, let's move into the tarot portion of this reading. As a kind of quick tidbit, the traditional meaning of these cards are not going to be present in this reading. The meanings of these cards are going to be more geared to the spirituality side, so that you're not going to hear your traditional meanings as we work through these. So the first spiritual message coming in from the King of Wands. And it is an inner spiritual change often accompanies the King of Wands. He is a warrior of light who stands up for what matters, and his appearance is an invitation to follow his lead. He believes there is always room for improvement within the community and takes the lead in creating positive change. Consider how you can make a lasting impact on the community to improve humanity. Enjoy the King's power and authority, but be sure to use it for productive means. Take your responsibilities seriously. Think of new ways to do things and never stop believing in yourself. So remember, we're all on that spiritual journey. We're all on different paths, and we're all going to end up at places at different times. So you could already be here. This could be what you should be striving for, and this could be the guidance on your next step, being stoned to your next place. So to kind of sum this up, right now you have the energy, the wisdom, the power, and the authority, the fire of the King of Wands to make positive changes for creativity, for making an impact and improvement on humanity. But you have to do so with responsibility and for taking things seriously, for trying new things, and most importantly, for believing in yourself. So all of this energy and all of this power is within you and around you at this time. So make good use of it. Love that message. All right, so the next message coming in is from the Knight of Swords. And so your mind might be hyperactively making it difficult to relax. Silence the voice in your head and feel spiritually connected. If your mind is racing with ideas and to-do lists, then you may need to slow down and give yourself space to deepen your connection and understanding with yourself. So I feel like with the Knight of Swords, what this is kind of letting you know is if you're feeling like overwhelmed and maybe stressed out and a little bit, anxious because of, all the racing thoughts and the gotta move and gotta do kind of thing, lists going through your head right now. This is about really taking a step back from that and quieting that down by slowing yourself down and taking time to reconnect with your inner source. By reconnecting with yourself, you'll have a better understanding of yourself, so you have a better understanding how to move forward. All right, so the next message is coming from the Hierophant. So this represents tradition, the orthodox, the structured methods of nurturing spirituality. This card may represent the beliefs you were taught in childhood or your religious upbringing. The Hierophant encouraged you to explore the framework of a religion, a doctrine, or your belief system, especially if you are curious about the metaphysical world or why we are here. You have a healthy appetite for spiritual knowledge and accessing the teacher within by seeking out a guide or mentor who can aid you on this journey. Also a very strong, spiritual, and beautiful message there, and advice and guidance. So next we have the Magician. So with the Magician, you may feel drawn to concepts such as the law of attraction and other manifestation mindsets. The Magician sees you connecting with universal knowledge and power and applying them in your material world. You are creating a link between the spirit, the mind, and the body in a balanced and harmonious way. And so for a lot of you, you really might be drawn right now to the concepts like law of attraction, law of manifestation, law of the I forget what the other ones are right this second, kind of blanked mind. But you may be attracted to those mindsets or those principles or those teachings. And this is kind of like, they also may be tuning into universal knowledge to expand your mind. And by creating, and this is also time to, take care of your body. So eating healthy, yoga, exercise, and by taking care of your spirit, by, participating and practicing spiritual rituals, plans, attending service, going to church for some of you, you are creating a link and a balance between your mind, your body, and your soul. And this will bring great harmony to each and every one of you. All right, and the last message coming in from the tarot at this time, Scorpio, is the Queen of Cups. So when this comes in, it suggests that you're consciously aware of your intuitive superpowers and your heart and mind are open to the spiritual wisdom and understanding that comes from within. By listening to your intuition, you connect more deeply with your soul and inner being, and you see the divine in others. It can also suggest that an influential spiritual leader in your life who leads based on emotions, inner psychology, and intuition rather than by structured religions. So this can represent a spiritual leader that is very, very much bases their teachings and emotions, their inner psychology and intuition rather than by rigid ideas and structured religion. This again can speak to, following your super intuition, knowing their heart and mind is open to the spiritual wisdom that can only be gained to you from within, and connecting deeper and deeper with your inner being and your soul and what you see in others, like how you're connected for the divine purpose. Love that energy. Love that message. All right, Scorpio, to end your reading, we're just going to pull a little whimsical message here from the Divine Doors. Just a happy little party message. So what do we have for my beautiful Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Thank you. All right, Scorpio, your message is deeper. You are not finished yet. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on, hold on. I love that message for you. So this is letting you know that you've only begun to scratch the surface on your spiritual journey, that the deeper you go, the more rewarding it gets, and to hold on because it's going to be an adventure. All right, my beautiful Scorpios, thank you for tuning in. If you have not yet done so, hit that like button, subscribe. We'd love to have you part of the Cancerian Soul family. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how this reading resonated with you, or simply to say hello. I would love to hear from all of my beautiful followers. That being stated, I wish you all the best of luck, love, and light on your spiritual journey forward. Until we see each other again, namaste. Bye for now.